Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at Kmega4.
Welcome to the GRG podcast. Woo! What's up, everybody? The GRG podcast is alive. What's going on? What's happening? What's going on? What's happening? I'm going to be a little kind of out of it, in and out of it, because I'm going to be doing something while I'm doing the podcast right here. But, you know, we're going to have a good show. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of topics because, again, I got some things I got to do afterwards. And, nobody didn't hear you, Sir X-Man, so I just now turned the button on for you because I knew you was going to say something else. Anyway.
He's turning into PC Master Race.
Oh, my God. I'm not turning into no PC Master Race. Anyway, so yeah, I was going out here to, went out today, went to Micro Center, And it was my first time ever going to Micro Center, so it was a pretty bizarre, crazy, big place. I was really fascinated by it, and so me and my wife went out there, and then we ran into our boy Predator from the Next Podcast, and I was sitting here and I was like, man, I'm finna get this build, just get a new build, man. Let's see what we can do, and so. So I'm finna start working on that after the podcast tonight. But so I didn't really have time to get the gameplay that I wanted because I wanted you guys to definitely see Wanted Dead. But we'll definitely get that popping and for when I do other videos this coming up week, and then for GRG next week and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's get to the intros. Let's start off, man. Let's start from the bottom to the top. Let's go with Sir X-Man. What's going on with you, brother? How you been?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. These are sweet topics. Let's get it on. Let's go.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So you can get your shit together, bro.
Thank you. I thank you very much.
Enjoying my ass.
Oh my God. Anyway, the next person on the list, man, Viper. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing? How you been? What you been? Well, I didn't even ask what my boy Sir X-Man was playing, but I guess I'll get to him last when we ask him what he's been playing. But Viper, what you been doing? What you been playing?
I've been doing good. I'm at work right now, so let's just get going. Get your stuff out the way, and we can you can start working on your computer.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
That don't mean we like you, but you know.
Maybe people just maybe they got something to do tonight. Who knows? Anyway, doesn't mean you know what I'm saying. You don't have to like me. You're here, so that's all that matters. Anyway, the next on the list, Ham Solo. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing? What you been playing, man?
I'm working right now, Hogwarts Legacy, and been having a great time on my channel. We just hit over 500 subscribers. That's
congratulations, brother. It's coming together. I seen that you was on Go Live last week, and man, you starting to get on.
You're going to be on this week, bud.
I am. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? I always enjoy being on first time podcasts. So I'm always thankful for the invite, regardless if I go to other podcasts that I've been on before or not. I'm already appreciative for any of that. I mean, because it's all love, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But man, I'm really excited about your growth, and because you're one of the hardest people. The next person I would say that is right on the same level of hard work that I've interacted with is Lady Infamous. Like when we first was talking and I was asking her to be a part of GRG. That girl was grinding, bro. She was grinding, and you on that same wavelength. So I see many great things for you, man, just like I see for Lady Infamous. So, you know what I'm saying? So keep the work, man. Keep it up, man. It's going to be coming anytime soon for you. You look, and you're going to be saying, damn, I hit 500. Next thing you know, you're going to be over 1,000. And then after that, it's balls to the wall, man. So, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful you be coming on to the podcast. And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Just, see your dedication and your love for it, man. You're one of the real ones. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably the nicest thing I'm going to say to you probably for the rest of the year. So you better take it. All right. Let's keep it moving. Last but not least, man, Dark Optimus.
Time out real quick.
Yes,
sir. That's a fact, Kmega. That is going to be the nicest thing that you probably say to me. It might be for my lifetime.
You might be right. You might be right.
but I tell you, I appreciate it nonetheless. You've been very supportive in my journey as I continue to go on. So, I mean, thank you so much, and I just got to give you your flowers as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you, brother. I do appreciate that, man. There's a lot of people that doesn't give me the flowers, but I still appreciate for what their growth has been and what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? If I'm looked at as a stepping stone for people to get to a further point, that's all right with me. You know what I'm saying? The thing for me is just that I've helped people get to a certain point and keep the love and the satisfaction of it. That's all I care about. Really. I mean, it's not about just me trying to grow and all that other stuff. It's about, I really care for everyone that's been a part of GRG and want to see everyone that's been a part of it succeed, even for people I don't even talk to anymore. Like I want them to all succeed. So it's one of those things where I try to bring my humbleness to and hope that spread to others so like they can understand like this shit ain't easy. It is not easy. And especially when you get to the point where might look at somebody, might drop a video just full of BS, just the most garbage video you've ever seen. And they get triple, quadruple the views, and you over here putting in the work, the time, the effort, and then you only get maybe 100. But never give up. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. It's not a race. So that's so I really do appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Verge, I got you, brother. You are a moderator. I really do appreciate you hitting me up on Xbox448's channel and let me know that I didn't hook you up with the moderation. So there you go, brother. You got the keys to the kingdom. And our boy Dragonheart Yobi, he says GRG is in the building. Let's go. Love you, brother. To the panel. Kick rock, Sir X-Man. I hope you shit in your pants. All right, so
man, I ain't saying nothing bad to you with your cringy, strange looking ass.
Oh my goodness. All right. Dark Optimus. After hearing that super chat, man, like you got anything to follow behind that other than just and what you've been playing? But I mean, you're a PlayStation guy, so obviously you ain't been playing nothing but stats. But what was going on? What you been playing?
That's funny you say that. You got a PC to play console games, so I'm just saying. But there's also a lot of ass kissing tonight, and I'm sick of it. All right, no more ass kissing. All right, just no more lovey-dovey bro shit. All right, get out of here with that.
You can stay on that weak ass PS5, man.
I've been playing that Hogwarts Legacy masterpiece.
That Abracadabra game. Oh my goodness.
Abracadabra, Alakazam.
Oh, Zigazazoo. Okay.
Oh man, I'm happy to be here, man. It's always fun to be on GRG on Friday nights. It's
man.
Probably it's a good time for it too. People need to wind down before they go out to the clubs and
get to the club or go do, you know what I'm saying, sit back, just listen to a game and whatever, you know what I'm saying, do your thing, man.
I like us after the show, we're like, man, I'm just gonna go game.
yeah, like ain't nobody going nowhere. I mean, ain't nobody going
going out.
Hell no. So anyway, all right, man. So you've been playing that Abracadabra Zabagazoo game, and you said that it's a masterpiece. Ham Solo, are you still playing that game, or have you finally given it up and seen the light that game is not worth $1?
Man. Did you just buy it the other day? Like,
shut your mouth! Nobody don't need to know about it. Nobody don't need to know about it. Nobody don't need to know that. Nobody needs to know that.
All this crap talking, and then all of a sudden you're just like, "I'm gonna buy it. I got it, guys."
Yeah, I picked it up. I picked it up, but I picked it up on the. I picked it up on the PC. I picked it up on the new God box. Anyway, so
all that money on the PC just to play console games.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, boy. I tell you what. Now I'm broke, so now I'm hoping I get some more super chats. Anyway, let's get on to it, man. All right, and Sir X-Man, what games have you been playing before we get to the first topic?
I spent about 4 hours in that Star Trek Deadlock game the other day, and I finally figured out how really to work it and stuff like that. It's actually an amazing game. It's like a space RTS, man, and I really enjoyed it, man. So I'm gonna get more into that. I've been enjoying the new Hot Wheels game that dropped in the Game Pass. I played that Wild Hunt game.
How would you think about that?
And it's pretty damn good. It wasn't, it was time for me to just rest up. So I said I was gonna get back into it sometime this weekend. And that's pretty much it. I've been dibbling and dabbling in some other games, but that's about it. I enjoyed my gaming this week. So
all right, nice. Okay. All right, well, let's get to the very first topic. Achievement.
I got an achievement. I'm playing.
Man, nobody don't want to hear that garbage, man. Shut your ass up. Anyway, so here we go. All right, let's get to it. First topic. Let's talk about PlayStation VR. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right into it. Now, again, it's I guess it's going to be dropping sometime soon. I haven't been keeping up with PlayStation VR or any type of VR. I am not. If you follow this channel or if you follow me, just period, you know that I'm not a fan of VR. It's not because of it being on PlayStation or anything of the sort. For me, it's just that I've been there, done that. I mean, and maybe it was, and I shouldn't go back and look at my, looking at the Nintendo VR from back in the 90s and then try to compare to these beasts that are out here now. But even when I played on my son's on his VR, I was like, it's cool. I could see me playing a game on it, but me buying it and then continuously playing on it, I just can't see it. So for me, I'm finna go ahead and I'm finna go to somebody else because I already know how Dark feels about it. I'll probably go to Dark last, but I'm finna go and let's get to Ham Solo on this one first. We know that the PlayStation VR 2 is coming out. Is it going to be something that you're thinking about getting? And for the price tag, do you feel that it is worth it? What do you think?
I think he's muted.
Oh, is he? I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at that screen. Let me look. Yeah, I guess he is. Is he? He is muted. So okay. So he must be talking to a customer. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go to you. Okay. All right. Let's go to Viper. All right. So I didn't, because I don't know if Viper's going to be messy or not. That's why I didn't want to go to Viper first. I thought Ham Solo was going to kind of be a little bit, more stable on this because I don't want to sound like a fanboy, grotesque, just beat down the peripheral. And that's why I was trying to hold off of Viper. But let's go to Viper right now. Let's go to him. Let's go ahead and get started. What do you think about the PlayStation VR 2? Do you think that it's worth the price tag? And would you consider getting it at some point?
Oh, ye of little faith, thinking that I'm going to be messy. My God. Anyway.
Okay.
So, PlayStation VR. There's a few things that we need to talk when it comes to this hardware device. So we've got a very high-end, very good spec. I'm gonna give it its flow. It's got some good specs.
Mm-hmm.
Price for the specs, okay, it's debatable. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be paying $550 for this thing, but I can see how it is reasonably priced. The unfortunate thing is that it requires you to have a PlayStation 5, which is also $550. So you're looking at $1,100 for this whole setup if you don't even have a PlayStation 5. Okay? So that's one thing that I'm looking at. Another thing, too, VR is a very niche market. So how many people you think are going to jump into this, especially with the price, especially with the economy? I don't see that much happening. In addition to that, Sony had to, their forecast, they had to bring it down. So I think they were forecasting 5 million at the beginning, and now they kind of dropped it down to 1 million. So that lets you know that not that many people really want this peripheral. And plus, it's, like I said, it's too expensive too. And then, of course, the games that they got coming out for it right now are remakes of VR games that they had on PlayStation VR 1. So, I don't know. I do not.
You kind of fade.
Right
You kind of
now-
fade. I don't know if your mouth is away from it, but you kind of fade in and out when you're talking. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Okay. It's okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay,
That's better.
so-
Okay.
I don't know whether or not this is going to fly off the shelves at the beginning,
Mhm.
but I do know that maybe later on, if they get more AAA quality games in this on the VR, then it'll probably start flying off the shelves. Another negative to it is the fact that it doesn't work with PC, and a lot of people really want to get it on the PC, a cheap way of playing it on the PC. So that was a fail on Sony's part because it is a USB-C cable that plugs into the PlayStation. So you can use this USB-C cable to plug into the PC, but they're not making it compatible with PC, which I think that's a fail. So right now, um, for Sony to have this in the state that it is in right now, I don't think it's going to fly off the shelves. They're not going to sell the 1 million that they have right now that's allocated for their forecast. And I don't know. I think maybe in the lifetime sales of this unit, I think it may possibly reach maybe 3, maybe 4 million for lifetime sales.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying doom and gloom for it.
No. He doesn't. No.
But I mean, it is just too expensive at the time right now, especially with this economy. I'm gonna give it its props that it has the right specs that people want. I mean, this thing seems to be the high end model, like a Quest Pro. I think it's a Quest 2 Pro, and I think not the HTC Vive, but the one from Valve. What's the one from Valve called? Anybody know?
I have no idea. No, I don't. Like I said, I don't keep up with VR that way to know all the names of them. But I can look it up. But yeah, continue.
It's high end, but like I said, the price. I mean, if they can come down an extra 100, I think then it'll fly off the shelves. If they come down an extra 100.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and try to type this in VR. All right, so let's go to Optimus on this one. Well, I'll say I was going to let you do last, so I've scratched that. Sorry, Optimus. Let me go to Sir X-Man on this one. What do you think? Do you think that it's worth the money at the price point that it is right now? I mean, we have heard really good things. Reviews are out for it. It's been very positive. Is it something that you would consider getting for yourself, or is it just too expensive and you kind of are on the same wavelength as Viper is thinking that, this price point is just too expensive right now?
Two things real quick and you can move on to the next person. For the price point, for what it has in it, it's actually worth the price, but I'm not interested because I can't use it on PC or anywhere else. So that's pretty much it, and you can move on to our buddy Dark.
Okay. All right. It's called the Vive.
Trying to help you, man.
The Vive XR Elite. I think that's what it's called. So yeah.
That thing is dope. I see reviews on that, man, but it's like $1,500 damn dollars.
Right. So I mean, and that's what makes the PlayStation VR2 so attractive to the PC market. We talked about this last night on Next Podcast a little bit. So I mean, what do you think, Dark? Like, I mean, is this one of those things that it's just that once the price goes down, it will be a lot more interesting to the console gamer? Because really, I think the biggest market, as we've said, as we were talking about last night, is the PC market, but it's only exclusive on PlayStation 5 at this point. So do you see it selling well just being on the PlayStation 5 at this price point?
I think it's only sold I think they were projecting 2 million and it's only sold 1 million or something like that. Or something I saw where it was like, oh, okay, it was projected to sell this, but it didn't really sell that much, and it's only and that goes to show you that there's a lot of people who are just not into it, like me, there's just people that aren't into this type of thing. I mean, it's cool, it's a cool thing, yes, it's cool, but not everything that's cool is something that we want. Right,
right.
As much as that can kind of make sense, it's just not something that appeals to, I think, every gamer. It only appeals to certain people. I could see the really hardcore PlayStation fan base buying this in the beginning, and then when prices start dropping, which will happen during holidays and stuff like that, you'll probably see more people buying it. me personally, I'll probably never buy it because I have no interest in VR. I don't want to put a headset on. I feel like it would give me a headache, right? Like I would just like I get a headache just putting headphones on, like those ones, the over the ear phones,
Oh yeah.
headsets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I just get a headache from that sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I just get a headache from it. So I'm like, I don't want to get a headache from freaking playing video games. Video games are supposed to be fun, and I just don't want to have to deal with that. Um, yeah, I think the price point is fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal, because I think if you really wanted to get into VR like on the PC, you're gonna be spending a hefty price tag. So I just don't think that it's that bad of a price, but I still think that it's enough for people to just be like, yeah, I'll wait until it's on sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. I mean, from what we're hearing from the numbers already, it's kind of it kind of sounds like it's just not. I understand. I said this last night that I get Sony's marketing tactic, but it just doesn't work with everything. Like, I understand they want to try to show that they have the premium everything coming out now with their TVs. They're saying that the PlayStation 5 is a premium console. Their games are premium. This peripheral is very premium. But the fact of it is, it's still a peripheral. It's not like something that people will, the majority of console gamer or the PlayStation 5 gamer will just have this thing and play every single day. So it's like, so that's the thing to me that I feel like it's bothersome to when they look at it, like, man, this looks really cool, even for the people that aren't enthusiasts, but they're like, man, this is, I feel like it's exclusive to PlayStation 5. I got my PlayStation 5. I want to get a hold of it. There's some cool looking games in here, but then they look at their price point and they're like, shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. I don't know. Ham, are you? Go ahead.
When I saw the price tag, I was like, yeah, hell no, I ain't paying that.
Yeah. Like,
I don't care what's in it. I understand that it's a good product.
mm-hmm.
I understand that it has some good things, but I was like, nah, I ain't paying that. I'd rather buy more games.
What would be the price point for you to go ahead and say, man, I'll go ahead and risk it all?
Probably like 200.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you was going to at least say 4, but you said 2. Damn. Viper said 400. You said 2. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, no. Right. I'm being a cheap
400.
Being a cheap son of a bitch now.
400.
No, I said 450. I didn't say 400 because it's currently 550 right now, but drop it 100, it'll be at 450.
Okay.
People
okay.
Might buy it. Yeah. Might buy
it. I say 300 is the sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, Dark said 2. Damn.
I like Rain's answer. Free 99.
Free 99, baby. Anyway,
that's $400.
Oh man. Let me read this super chat from Viper. Thank you, Viper. He said this is what Verge Brizzle was supposed to give tonight instead of last night. Appreciate it. Xbot benefited from that super chat. For my expense. That was pretty funny though. But shout out to my boy Xbox448, man. Really good guy.
Yeah, now I get the mod privileges, right?
Yeah. And you're part of the show. Like that's wild to me, but I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's a burger and fries. Well, I'm coming back on the burgers and fries, even though
he's in Chicago. That's a
patty melt from Whataburger sounds amazing right now.
White Castle double cheeseburger, baby.
I've never ate at White Castle. Never. There's not a White Castle here in Oklahoma. So
I know.
No. So yeah, there's not a White Castle. I know there's one in. I've seen it, but I've never gone to it out in Missouri. So it's in driving distance if I was that desperate for it. But I don't think it's that good for me.
For you.
Yeah, it ain't that serious to drive this.
You haven't experienced anything till you experience your first slider, man.
Oh, I've had sliders before. I mean, we got a nice chicken place out here that's got a really, really good. It's called Dave's Chicken.
White Castle's okay. It's
Oh, y'all got one in California?
No.
Oh, they ain't no White Castles in
Oh,
California.
but I've been to White Castle and I was just like, it's
That's
okay.
it.
Okay, I thought we were supposed to be talking about video games and trying to get this done before.
We are, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. We just think, you know what I'm saying. Little food show, right fast. Just trying to make sure.
I don't want to hear about no White Castle sliders. Come on now, that's nasty. Oh, God.
You don't like the sliders? You don't like
you
White Castle?
You ate sliders when you was younger. Don't even act like you did.
I don't eat White Castle. That's some nasty shit.
When you was younger, I know you did because your mama bought that for you.
No, she didn't. I did McDonald's when I was younger, and then I did.
Oh, what's up, Tool Man? Good deal. What's up? What's happening to the people out there in Missouri? Tool Man, what's going on? And Chipmunk said White Castle's as good as AF. So he's
Chipmunk.
So I don't know. I've never ate there. I've eaten a White Castle sandwich from the store. But of course, that's not the same. Like getting it hot and fresh from the restaurant itself. So
yeah, if you ever do go to a White Castle, make sure you get yourself some chicken rings. They chicken rings are the bomb, dude.
Chicken rings, okay.
Chicken rings, yeah.
All right, Ham. Are you still with your with the person at your job or with your customer, or are you free now? Must be still. Somebody must be really trying to buy some shit. Go ahead.
Somebody trying to get that VR.
Hope he got that. Hope he got it. He's getting commission for this, man. Because he sounds like he's sales pitching. All right. So, my last point on this before we move on. I just listen. And that's why I'm saying I don't want to bash the PlayStation VR because listen, just because it's not my thing, I feel like from all the things that they said within the specs, it sounds amazing. It sounds worth the money. The thing that's confusing to me is that, and like I said, it goes back to their marketing. I see that they want to try to make PlayStation gamers feel important by saying this is only exclusive here, but the true VR enthusiast to me is on PC. So therefore, I just don't understand. Okay, hey, give it to the PlayStation gamers exclusively for about a month, and then let it rip. Send it out there to the PC community, and then you could brag about those sales numbers because it's cheaper than anything else in the market that has that type of that has those type of specs. So you would think that it would sell very, very well. And I'm pretty sure that it's definitely going to come to PC at some point in time, but I just don't understand why they just don't do it right off the gate. You know what I mean? Because I think that they could hit their mark, but of 5 million. But I just don't know. I don't know. I just think that's pretty bad marketing.
It would have sold out.
Yeah, it would have sold out. It would have sold out, no doubt. So, but yeah, for me, the sweet point be 300 for me to consider it. Just because I'm like, okay, it's a peripheral. It's something that I'm not going to use all the time, but it's at a decent enough amount to where I could try to risk it a little bit to just want to try it. And you never know, I could fall in love with it, and then I'm invested. And so for here on out, for any other VR, I would get it. But the fact of it is that you telling me that it costs the same price as the console. And I don't have a PlayStation 5. So, you know what I'm saying? No, man, I'm going to get the console before I'm going to get the PlayStation VR. So, and if I wanted to even try it with those prices, it's a hell no. I'm not paying $1,100 for a peripheral and a console. That's crazy. And then you're asking me for $30 to $40 to $50 per game? Nah, bro. Nah. You got to give me some free stuff with that. I ain't doing it. So, when I guess when Ham comes back, if he wants to talk about this topic, that's fine. But we're going to go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and talk about. Let's go ahead and just go right to it. Let's talk about Xbox and this report that came out about Game Pass. Now it is out there about Game Pass and the sales aspect of it. The media came out with a clickbait article And when you read it, you can find the truth. But again, it is something that is feeding the console war, the console politics, where people can just use this to make it seem like Game Pass is not doing really well, to make people think the Game Pass is gonna fall off a cliff sometime soon. They call Phil Spencer a liar and everything else. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna go straight to you on this with Sir X, man. What? Because I'm pretty sure you know what the situation is about the story. So about why when they made that comment about the Game Pass, the games through Game Pass depreciate over the time. Why is it? That is a twofold question, but we'll just start off with this. Do you feel that Game Pass is in jeopardy at all? And well, go ahead. What do you think? Do you think it's in jeopardy at all? Okay.
Because I've been holding this while I was listening to other people all week. I didn't super chat it. I didn't jump on people's show to say what I was going to say. I was waiting for GRG to put out these facts.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me pause Ninja Gaiden for a minute. I switched over to Ninja Gaiden. You have 35 million people on Game Pass. I keep trying to remind people. 30 to 35 million. But you have probably close to maybe 80 million, 90 million regular Xbox Live people that don't want Game Pass. But if they see this game is good, they will buy the game outright to play it. And since the game is at a reasonable price, that's more money for the developer to make money. Like I said, 80 million people, expect maybe 20 million out of them 80 million to just go out and buy it directly. And Game Pass is an influence because the game got out, it got great reviews. And for the people that don't have Game Pass and don't want it right now until maybe the big boys come out, that's a deal for them, especially at that price point. So you can't say that these developers are not making any money. And I'm tired of people forgetting that Xbox has all these people. It's getting old. They keep saying Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. But it's more than just Game Pass. You know what I'm saying, Kmega?
Oh yeah.
But people forget that. And for the good games that are out there, like High on Life, I'm sure that made money that people didn't want Game Pass. They just went out and bought it, and it was at a reasonable price too on the system. And don't forget, if you have just regular Xbox Live Gold, you still get a discount on the game. You don't have to have the Game Pass to still get the discount because you have Gold. So that narrative that these developers aren't making money and Microsoft ain't making money, they need to wash that and squash that. And that's pretty much, I'm done on that on that conversation. But I'm just preaching the truth from my narrative, and hopefully people start realizing that over time, dude. Because, it is what it is. I'm done with it. I'm through. I just wanted to save that point for your show, bro.
Okay, well, appreciate it. I got another point that I want to add to that, but I want to get everybody's initial thoughts about this particular point next. Dark, what about you, man? I'm sure that you've heard the headlines as well, and probably know the actual reason why that headline or why that particular statement was made to the CMA at that particular time. But do you feel that Game Pass is in jeopardy or could be in jeopardy? Why is it that there's some people that really actually believe that Game Pass is hurting the gaming industry or the gaming space?
Because you guys go out there and you guys buy your PCs for console games and stuff. I can't do that to you guys.
You messy bastard. You messy bastard.
No, honestly, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know what they were. I mean, I read a little bit of the article, but I was like, I don't understand why they would even come out and say this, because it doesn't. I mean, I get that it's like every game a year later, loses its value, unless you're like Nintendo, who just wants to, gouge its customers like they do. I almost guarantee you when Tears of the Kingdom comes out, that thing's gonna be at $70 for fucking 4 years.
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
like that thing's gonna be there for a while. Yeah, I don't understand what they were kind of trying to imply, that Xbox isn't um making revenue from, or basically losing revenue from Game Pass because of the fact that games go there. But it's like, I mean, honestly, if that is true and that's actually happening, oh well, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything about it. Especially if you're invested in Game Pass, like, you're not gonna change your mind if you're already invested in Game Pass. Like, if you're clearly invested in it, you're just gonna ride it until it goes to kaput. Which I don't see happening anytime soon at all. Uh, it's just, I think it's just a silly, um silly thing, really, to be honest. Because it's like, okay, yeah, granted, I'm not invested in Game Pass, but I know people who are, like you guys. You're invested in it. You get your games from Game Pass. I understand. I understand the whole premise of Game Pass is to basically try out games and um, not have to spend so much money on games, especially since they're now, majority of them are $70. Um, it's just a weird, um, weird thing that they said. It was weird. I was like, this isn't really helping, or really um changing anything. It's just kind of like, okay, there was no reason to say it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the kind of thing that just trips me out. Like, it's okay to ask the question. Like, I mean, I don't have a problem with people make the suggestion, is Game Pass profitable enough to sustain itself, right? But to come out and make this point, and then, of course they want people to click on it to read through it. But then even when the point is in the article and it's still vague, and vague enough for people who don't like Game Pass or don't like Xbox or don't like anything that's positive about services, period, it gives them ammunition to use this as just console war politics. Like, it just blows my damn mind. Like, I mean, do you think?
Doesn't it seem like they just want to keep the console war going, even though it's not really a thing with a lot of gamers? Like, they want to keep it going, but it's not really a thing. It's only really a thing on Twitter. Like, it's a Twitter thing, kind of, in a way. Or social media, I should say. It's a social media thing. It's not really prevalent with majority of gamers. I think a lot of gamers, even people that I talk to that only play on PlayStation, they're like, yeah, I don't care what Xbox is doing. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right.
Like, they just don't care. Like, I think it's just, a lot of times it's just blown out of proportion.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if Ham is back yet. Is he back? I don't know. Oh, I need to. I think I just check and see if he's got his check mark instead of me asking. Oh no. Him and Viper are. We got Vipers on the road. Ham is dealing with a customer. So, all right. So,
Ham is selling today, man.
Ham is selling, boy. You know what I'm saying? They be looking like he's having a good time, just be chilling in that store. Today, he's got a customer.
It's about that time he might be closing the store.
Ah, that could be true. So he probably got his sale. Hopefully he gets a commission. But anyway, for me, and then I'll ask the second part to you guys here after I get everybody else's opinion about this. I just look at it as really silly as hell. Like, I mean, it's clear that it said a year after a game is there, the game numbers, sales depreciate, and it hurt, and it pretty much cannibalize if anybody wanted to buy a game if the game is still in Game Pass after a year. That every game depreciates. Like, I mean, every game does.
Moment, right?
Yeah, like every game, like God of War Ragnarok, a game that was nominated for Game of the Year, right? And was looked at as a second runner-up. To some people, it was their Game of the Year. That game, how much is that game now? That game, I've seen that game for $45. It's on sale for $45. So what does that tell you? Does that tell you that that's a bad game? No, it just tells you that games depreciate. There's only a few type of games that just don't really depreciate. Nintendo games are really hard to depreciate because they fight like hell to make sure that those games are very hard to go down in price. And you got to be paying attention for the sales. Really popular shooters, if they're not free to play already, then it's like a Call of Duty or something like that. But even Call of Duty over time goes on sale. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy that people are trying to run with this and make this into something completely asinine. Because like if Phil and then try to make Phil and say that he's a liar because he said that it is profitable, and then they don't come out and they tell the actual truth behind what the article was saying, and then just run with the article and say, look, I told you, Game Pass, they can't sustain it. And on top of that, let's just be hypothetical here. They're $1 trillion company. You don't think that that they can't just continue to keep doing it? Keep spending money on it? Now, if they're burning a hole into it, then there's two questions to be asked on that. If they're burning money like that, then why do they keep adding more content into Game Pass instead of backing off? And why is it that other publishers, if Game Pass isn't sustaining and selling, why are there so many other publishers adding their content that was at one time no longer on Xbox, or that was not in Game Pass, they're adding it to Game Pass? Think about that. So which one is it, right? Like, only thing you got to do is just look at what's right in front of you. If a game like Gundam, I forget, it's a Gundam Alliance or Alliance, I think it's Gundam Alliance, right? Okay, that game came out during the summer, came out in late August, early September. That game now is going to drop on Game Pass. If not, it's already dropped on Game Pass. If the game was, it's
on there already.
Okay, so it's on there already. So just think about this: if this game, if the makers of Namco felt that Game Pass could
Gundam Battle Alliance.
Okay, thank you. If Battle Alliance was not helping, thank you, Yobi. If that game, if they feared that that game was going to cannibalize, was going to get cannibalized in sales, why would they put that game on Game Pass? Why is Atomic Heart day one, Wu Long day one, putting their games on? You know, they're not an Xbox studio. So that's the question that I think that needs to be asked. If people think that these games, if their games are not going to sell well, and if that Xbox can't sustain it, why would they risk it to put it on there? Yobi, do you want to add some of your thoughts to this?
Yeah, what you just said, and people also got to look at it like this: those games, aside from Gundam, that don't count. But those games those two games you mentioned, are those not new IPs?
Which ones? The last two that I mentioned, the Wulong or in Atomic Heart?
Yeah, are those two games not new IPs?
Oh yeah, no, there are new IPs, brand new IPs when they first dropped. Yeah.
Right. So check this out. You got a new IP. You want to reach for the stars, but in this climate of today, kind of a little difficult coming out with new IP, and you don't know if it's really gonna hit or not.
Mm-hmm.
like some games can ride the storm. Like for example, Elden Ring, they dropped the demo on that and it went crazy, or the trial demo and it went crazy. So they already knew that they already had a hit on their hands come release. But these two new IPs, why not take an easier route and reach for the stars and reach over 29 million people? So Game Pass is a no-brainer. They did it with what's that game Kmega that came out, was it last year, April, or the year before? Outbreakers, out something.
Outriders. It came out the year before.
Outriders.
Yeah,
Outriders. Yeah. So they came out swinging day one on Game Pass.
Even Digimon Survive is going to be coming to Game Pass, and I've been wanting to buy that game, so I'm glad.
Right. So so that's all I gotta say. Like I think they want to come out the gate swinging and reach for the stars. Hey, either we could take a gamble and release it day one to the stores and not really see a return on investment, or not even see a sequel come, or drop it day one on Game Pass, and you literally have basically like millions of players playing it, downloading it day one. Like that's not even a statistic battle. That's not even something to even for people to even say, oh, Game Pass ain't even working. You got a small number of devs or gaming people in the gaming industry saying, "Oh, Game Pass don't work." But you got a lot of voices that's positive saying, "Yo, Game Pass is that deal." I forgot it was a developer that said this week. I forgot the name of them, but they said going forward, all they games that's come out of free, they said they're gonna put it on Game Pass going forward. So, like, if you hate Xbox, you hate Microsoft, that's fine and dandy. But stop with the BS and saying Xbox is not out there trying and not out there setting the trend for it. Like, you got to give them their flowers. Y'all don't want to give Xbox their flowers because y'all deemed them public enemy number one since they first came out with the Xbox OG. Sorry to say, but they're not going anywhere. They trying something new, and they doing their thing. For the PSVR, Kmega, not really my jam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for that new Star Wars. The new Star Wars on Knights of the Old Republic remake to come out on PlayStation. I can't wait for that. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Oh, one more thing. Panda, yeah. What up, Dark?
What's up, man? You ain't gonna say what's up to Sir X-Man? Oh man, Sir X-Man, that's ridiculous.
Yo. What up, Sir X-Man? What's going on, old man?
Oh man,
blah 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 blah.
Well, I guess I should go ahead and answer the second question, but let me read this super chat from Verge. He sat there and hit it up, Rizzle. He said, "Shout out to the channel and panel." He said the super chat works. Dark Optimus. So I guess it does work. Thank you.
I'm gonna go mute Kmega, but I'm at work. If you need me, just hit me.
Okay.
I think I need to make a contract where
I'll hit you all
uses
right.
my name in a super chat or whatever, I get some new from that.
Oh, okay. So I'll put you on that Xbox 448 plan that I got.
Hold on. Wait. I'm glad you just brought that up.
Oh,
yo, Kmega.
Yes, sir.
Kmega. Since you got the boys on the panel, has Dark been getting his royalties for GRG?
He just started. You know what I'm saying? That's 90-day grace. He's only
ain't no just started.
I gotta pay my dues first.
He gotta pay his dues. He gotta pay his dues. Sir X-Man don't come to work all the time, so he's just here. He's here. You know what I'm saying to him?
Sir X-Man on injury right now.
He's on sabbatical, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and Viper's the new booty, you know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get on. So you know what I'm saying? So, it's just like a music contract, man. He's got to give me royalties. You know what I'm saying?
Booty. I can't
So he got to give me royalties to be on. You know what I mean? So, you got to be smart when you do this podcast stuff. Oh my God, y'all stupid. Anyway, and besides, like I said, I'm going to do it like Xbox 448, man. He gave me a good deal when we first started. We worked together, put together next podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? Gave him some ideas. He's the one that, knew how to put all the stuff together, lay everything out, do all that, said, hey man, this is a cool format. We could do it like this, do it like that. And then he was like, cool, man. He says, man, then I'm gonna pay you back one day. I said, oh shit, ain't no problem. You ain't gotta pay me back, bro. 8 years later, I the only payback is that I'm there every damn Thursday. So I got to you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get a lawyer. You
should.
I should. Yeah. I'm paying the price. No, shout out to Bot, man. I love that boy. Oh man. Okay, so I guess I should just ask the second question then. All right, so since we're all kind of like in unison, it's like, look, Game Pass. Some of us. Well, I should say some of us. Dark don't really care. I've seen people in the chat to say, they don't really care, whatever the case may be, but they do feel like it's clickbait. My second question is, what's going on with the media here lately? Now, we've been saying this about the media for a long time. Xbox guys have been saying this about the media for a while. Everybody kind of laughed at us. Y'all on some bullshit. Yeah. Y'all just mad because PlayStation kicking the Xbox One's teeth in. It got you, right? I got you. But now I see more and more people getting frustrated with the media because it seems like the gaming media should be more about just giving out the news. If they want to have editorials where they have their opinions, I think that those people should have that to give their thoughts. It doesn't matter if they're a PlayStation fan or Xbox fan, whatever. But when they're over here posting information about the news, it seems like it's gotten more messy here in the last about 3, 4, 5 months than I've seen it in a long time. Am I a little bit off on this, or do you guys kind of agree? It doesn't matter who starts off first on
it. When I see what they're doing over there at the journalists, when I started seeing stuff, I was just like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, okay, they've kind of gone the way of the dodo bird for me. I don't really pay attention to those types of outlets. Once in a while I'll see something, because it's the main thing, of the week, or the main thing of the month, or whatever. I'll see something that I'm like, oh, okay. And once in a while, some of these journalists will write a good article about it or whatever, but for the most part, I'm just like, okay, I don't even give two craps about what you just said in your article for the most part. Yeah, it's just it just doesn't appeal to me anymore,
Yeah. Anybody else? I mean, I'm kind of getting that way too. I'm definitely kind of getting that way as well. I just tend to listen to read. The only reason why I read some of the stuff that I do is because of the fact of the podcast. If it wasn't that, if I wasn't doing a podcast, or if I wasn't being a part of a podcast or anything like that, I don't think I'd be checking on the gaming media like that anymore. I just find it to be like, I know that there's some really good journalists out there, and they do a great job. But I mean, I used to read a lot of stuff from Kotaku back in the days. I can't even stand what they do now. Whatever, Kotaku, whatever, cock-a-doodle-doo. I don't care, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let me be country, man. The point I'm trying to say, I don't care what. You know what I'm saying? Like, my point. Sorry, I apologize to the company for me saying it wrong, but man, hell, have some little bit, editorial greatness or something. Why you got to call it that? I don't even. What is a Kotaku or Kotaku or whatever you called it? What is that? What is that?
I think it's Japanese for something. I don't.
Yabba dabba doo. What the hell is that? I don't know. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Anyway, I'm just saying. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I just walked in now, so.
Yeah. Okay, and it sounded like Ham just got finished taking care of business too. So that's right on time. That was good stuff. But go ahead, Viper. Go ahead and jump in. Okay. So okay. I thought that sounded like Ham right there. But go ahead, Viper. Go ahead. Give your spill the beans on how you feel about the situation.
What up, Viper?
So, what's up, Ayobi?
Go ahead, bro. I want to hear you.
But basically, this whole situation is people who don't know how to read, people who don't know how to comprehend.
Oh, damn.
And no, seriously.
I'm trying to tell you that these people are uneducated. Dang.
That's cold-blooded. Good God.
No, because think about it like this. when Phil Spencer made the comment that people spend more in game when they have Game Pass, he's not talking about the games that are in Game Pass. He's specifically saying you're going to be a part of the ecosystem, you're going to spend more. If you're not a part of the ecosystem, you're going to spend less. So when you have Game Pass, when you're subscribed to Game Pass, you're more likely to spend more money on games in that service or games in the ecosystem. And if there's a game that you like that you found in Game Pass and it's about to leave Game Pass, you're more likely to go ahead and buy that game because it's leaving the service. Now, of course, people jumped on the whole thing about, oh, it's not profitable. And then when Phil Spencer says it's profitable, they're like, oh, he lying. He can't lie because it's his investors that are, that he's got to say this to. He can't lie to investors and say, oh, it's profitable, and it's not. In addition, what was said to the CMA was the fact that, oh, it cannibalizes game sales. Well, no shit. It is going to cannibalize first-party game sales. It's not going to cannibalize third-party game sales because a lot of third-party developers have come out and said, hey, people have started playing my game and we've seen increased sales for this game. What these people who ran with this story, they wanted to say that, the games are, it's cannibalizing the game sales 12 months after it has shown up in Game Pass. What happens 12 months after a game has been released in general? People stop buying it, right? Because it may not be that good of a game, or many people have bought it and there's going to be no more sales. Game Pass increases the sales for a certain game when it hits Game Pass. So what they're doing is very disingenuous overall, and all these different podcasts that talked about it, all these different shows, all these different stuff on YouTube, everywhere, they're just going for the clicks. And I've never clicked on any one of these videos because I knew for a fact it was all sensationalized and they didn't read. They don't know how to read. They don't know how to comprehend. And them saying that Phil Spencer lied, that's a bunch of BS. And so I just think that they need to start looking further and dig deeper, find out why he said what he said.
These people need to start minding their business. That's what they need to do.
That is true. That's true too. But they just, I don't know. There's just something wrong with people nowadays. They just want to get these clicks. They don't think. They don't think before they put out a video. They don't think before they speak. And this is what happens, is that they sensationalize the stuff, and then Phil Spencer and Microsoft got to come out and say, this is what the actual thing is. It's not what these people are saying. This is the real thing. And if you don't want to believe something coming out of the horse's mouth, then I have no hope. There's no hope for you whatsoever. And that's all I got to say about that.
He said no hope for them. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody else go ahead? Because I mean, I've pretty much said what I had to say. I just think that the media is really tripping out right now because they see that and they've been seeing it this way, but I know that a lot of people didn't really, because me and Onimus before on Next Podcast, we would go back and forth and he would be like, man, you're tripping. It's not as crazy as you're talking about. But again, when you're all the content that you're reading and that's mostly positive about your console, of course you're going to look at it completely different. But now it just seems like the media is just playing both sides to get as much as the console war to just jump down. I mean, just people to have just things to talk about than actually just sticking to what the news. I guess just because the news is just boring, I guess, or whatever. But I don't know, man.
It's all
crazy.
About hating on the Xbox. It's all about hating on Microsoft. Everybody wants to hate on the big bad $1 trillion company. That's what it is. So they always have to have something to pile on for Microsoft and Xbox, and the hate the media bias is still there. People talk about how we're saying, "Oh, media bias, media bias." Yeah, media bias is still there, and I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, this is a good example of us talking about how media bias hurt Microsoft back in the Xbox One days, and you know, it's starting to hurt them now with this ABK deal.
I think Hams is back or
And who
somebody.
is
Yeah,
Anthony Anthony?
that's Ham. He's over there clicking on some. So he's counting money, doing something.
You can pass some of that money over here.
Well, no, because he passed some of that. He passed some of that money. His ass is gonna get fired. So he better stop.
They got cameras.
They got cameras on his ass. That's for sure. We was hearing all you doing your calculations or moving stuff around, Ham. That's what we was over here hearing you.
No, you good.
Okay.
I'm just checking out of it. That was the biggest I've ever seen it in here in
What were they
years.
looking for?
So that was interesting that happens as soon as I'm starting a podcast.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You at work, so I totally understand it. So what was it? What was it that these customers were looking for? What was the was it older games,
VR.
retro? Was it
VR.
something later, new? What?
A lot of 360 games.
Mm-hmm.
PS4 games. I had a couple that was in here.
Oh, they was trading in.
They wanted
No.
Game Boy Color games.
Oh, damn, they were buying. Shit.
They got that, and this other guy came in and grabbed some Switch games. So it's all over the place. Gaming is alive and well.
I bet you those 360 games that they're getting is the ones that are being delisted from the Xbox store. So
No,
I think no.
I mean they're in it for that. I can tell you that much. They don't have any idea about it. These were just some regular folks.
They just wanted some games to play.
Yeah, they just wanted some games to play. They are the casual.
Yeah, Viper. Not everybody lives in your little world, buddy.
I don't know what Dark Optimus was trying to defend, but I ain't hearing it.
Shut up, Pony.
Dark Optimus is on that Drano again, man. You know.
Oh man.
Yes, I knew. It's funny. I posted the 4080 on Twitter, and it's funny. Like the react. Like, well, what are you gonna do with your Xbox? What do you think I'm keeping my Xbox? I'm not like. I'm a multi-gamer.
I don't even know why, but okay.
Well, hush your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, hush your damn mouth.
I told you you was on that Drano.
Don't ever say that again. I'll play. But the thing is,
Say it again, Dark.
listen to it. I'm making it clear. I want to do a video talking about it because I think it's pretty. I think it's important because one of the reasons why I went with such a crazy big card, expensive card, and all this, and just starting over a new build, is because I'm making a first time change that I've never done before, and that is I'm not getting a PlayStation 5. This will be the first time ever that I have not bought a PlayStation console since the PlayStation 1 first dropped. Or like I've always bought. There's only like this will be like the third thing that I've bought that I have not got from PlayStation. I got the Vita. I never bought the Vita. Now it's going to be the PlayStation 5, and the other one, and the other thing was the Glow sticks. That's the only things that I've never bought. Everything else I bought for PlayStation. The PSP Go, the PSP, the iToy, everything, like the controllers, all types. But to me, it's just like my whole point on this quickly is that if PlayStation wants me to pay $70 for their games, PlayStation wants me to pay an extra $50 for a console that is less powerful than its competitor. Why not just go ahead and just build my PC and buy PlayStation games, and then I can just only have to, because I'm going to wait anyway, and those games are not going to be $70. Those games are going to be 50, 40, whatever the case may be, and then I can get them at the price that I want to, and I can have, and they can in the graphic, in this graphics card is like a gazillion times more powerful than both the Xbox and the PlayStation, but I want to still support PlayStation. I'll just do it a different way. That's just my theory on it as well. Plus, I needed to upgrade. It's time for me to upgrade. And so I want to future proof. So that's the reason why I'm doing that. But it has nothing. I'm still a console gamer. I'm still going to support Xbox.
Years and Kmega will
don't lie. You PC master race all the way.
Oh my God. So
I
y'all
know, right?
2 years,
Listen.
he will be a PC gamer.
Mega's a PC boy now.
He's a grown man. He can play wherever the hell he want to play.
Yeah. And so future generations, he's saying, "Oh, Kmega, you was a Tekken PlayStation player back in the day. Wow, no player. Yeah, no, bro, PlayStation is just not the same as it was to me. I love PlayStation 1 through 3. PlayStation 3 kind of was, the price point was ridiculous. I still bought it. Like, even at that time, right? Like, I was like, well, it's backwards compatible. I got all these PlayStation 2 games, blah, 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 blah. I see the justification here for that reason alone. But then when the games weren't working right and then of course when the hacking situation came, that's when me and my relationship with PlayStation started to change. Like, yo, what's going on here? And then gradually when I'm seeing the Xbox with all these enhancements and the online play and everything else, I just started gravitating more to the Xbox. And then I found myself enjoying Xbox more than I was PlayStation, but I always said, look, I'm going to support PlayStation regardless. I mean, in Sony products, I love Sony TVs. I love Sony speakers and stuff like that. But at this point now, it's just, to me, is that like, damn, we just came out of the pandemic. You want to raise games to $70. And I understand that people are saying, well, Xbox has raised their games to $70. Xbox got a fail-safe plan. That's Game Pass. Sony could at least do something like Game Pass and offer their gamers a little bit something, give them some time, give them some room to breathe. Because listen, I understand that there's PlayStation only gamers that don't own an Xbox, don't own a PC, don't own a Switch, and so to them it's justifiable. But for me, I support damn near everything. So it's more, for me, it's like, nah, man, I got to cut my losses somewhere, and that's where I'm cutting my losses. So I don't know. You guys got anything to say about that, about my thoughts on what I just said before we move on?
Sony too broke to
stop that.
A game stay and day.
Stop that.
Come on now.
Stop
they don't
that.
have the money for that.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
I said my piece earlier, and you know me. I don't care about what Twitter say. I don't care.
Yeah. No.
Fantastic news.
What's that?
I was my managers just let me cop NCAA 14.
Oh, the GOAT. The GOAT. 360, PlayStation, which one?
Watch your mind.
PS3.
The GOAT. That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT football game.
It's not the GOAT. No,
It's the
not.
GOAT football game. Did you just not hear? Did you just not hear Ham's excitement?
College football game.
Fuck that. ESPN NFL 2K5 is the GOAT.
That is second. That is second GOAT. That is second GOAT. That's LeBron. The Michael Jordan is NCAA 14.
2K.
No, NCAA 14. The LeBron James of football games is
Okay.
2K5.
Okay. The LeBron James football team is college, and the Michael Jordan football game is ESPN NFL 2K5. Let's go.
No. That's ridiculous. No, that's absurd. That's
I'm not
absurd.
even mad at you for that, Kmega. That's okay. I mean, those two, like, however you want to divvy them up, it's fine to me. It's just like somebody saying LeBron's the best and Jordan's second. And to me, it just doesn't faze me anymore.
Right. It shouldn't. So anyway, but all right. So, man, you got a lot of feedback coming, Ham.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So, Anybody else want to touch on what I was talking about with the gaming media or with the situation with Game Pass? Is Game Pass in trouble, or you just don't think that it could be sustainable because of the fact of what the media clickbaited to the public?
Game Pass ain't going nowhere because they invested way too much money.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
And it's just starting to get its stride. It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
And all I'm gonna say, Kmega, is Game Pass is gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm just trying to make this quick and long because he didn't put this in the description, but I just, somewhere in here I wanted to talk about Sony going to see Microsoft. Somewhere in there, we got.
All right, so no.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, hold on. But they did not go see Microsoft. The reason they were in Seattle was because.
Here we go.
No, let me say. The reason they were in Seattle was because Bungie is also there, and they filmed the Vidoc last week for the DLC Lightfall. So that's why they were there. They're not there for Microsoft.
You just gotta fuck this whole thing up, don't you?
I'm sorry, but
you just gotta mess this whole thing up.
It's the truth, because think about it. Why are they going to try to work something out with Microsoft when they're this close to getting the thing to fail?
All right. Well, okay. Do you think do you think the deal is going to fail?
No, I don't think the deal's going to fail. But they are so close to getting it to fail. They are in the 6 CMAs.
Do you think that Sony really think that this deal is going to fail? Honestly.
Yeah, they really do think it's going to fail because they've got connections with the CMA and the EU. So
Well, why did the CMA kind of throw out there that they were going to see Microsoft? They could see Bungie and Microsoft at the same time.
They're not going to say nothing to Microsoft. They won't do that.
Right.
I mean, they might not. I don't know. I thought it was ridiculous that Eurogamer even posted it. But because I posted, I was like, I don't know what's more ridiculous. Somebody even going as far to look for that?
Yeah.
I mean,
they're not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, why would it matter if they were going to negotiate or if they weren't? But the fact of it is that you're posting that, well, they're taking that flight over to Seattle to whatever, and then the gaming media takes it and then runs with it. And I understand it was trying to be slanderous towards the person who posted it, but you're just as slanderous and ridiculous for even, what I'm saying, to bringing light to it.
Exactly.
What are you doing? That's the whole point I'm talking about with the media. It's just it's getting ridiculous. Come on, right? So I don't know. I do have yes, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. LeBron James is I say, well, personally, to me, I feel that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is second. But if anybody, but I'm not going to argue with anybody that they say that LeBron is number 2. And even if the people that says LeBron is number 1, yeah, I get it. Whatever. He's part of their era. I mean, there's a lot of people that has not seen Michael Jordan play in person. I have, well, not at the games, but I'm talking about just watching him play, because I love watching basketball and
Where you put Will Chamberlain?
I put Will Chamberlain in the top 10, but I don't put him in the top 10. The only reason because of that is because there weren't as many players that were that dominated at the time. Yeah, that wasn't as dominating. I mean, it was Bill Russell.
Will Chamberlain was playing with plumbers.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're still with ballers. But I mean, what I'm saying, you have Peach Maravicks and all them. But I mean, you had the logo, but they weren't on Will Chamberlain's athleticism and freakish skills and things like that. So I mean, but when him and Bill Russell, they played. Bill Russell was older, but they still played. And see, that era, there was just it was a gap between these super freak athletes that was just coming into the league, and then just players that were really great basketball players. But compared to Jordan's era, when you go into
that man had moves like I've never seen.
Kareem,
all his
I would even say Kareem and also Jordan's era and LeBron's era too, because shooting I think is a lot it's gotten back to almost to the point to where it used to be when people used to shoot back in the days, because they were excellent shooters. They weren't athletic, but they could shoot their ass off. But the competition in the 80s, the late 70s, the early 80s, I mean the 80s and 90s and early 2000s,
Magic Johnson, Larry Bird,
insane,
Dominique Wilkins, man,
insane. And then the way that you checked and did everything else, it was just a whole different vibe. I'm not mad about the fast-paced NBA now, but it is what it is. Okay, this isn't a sports podcast; it's a gaming podcast. But
you want one, don't you?
I do. I want to do a fun topic before I talk about the Starfield stuff, because I don't know where you guys are going to go with the Starfield situation, but I do want to talk about this because I plan on doing a video next week about it as well. All right, so I picked up a game, and I got a little bit of flack. It was kind of funny. Some people in DMs kind of jumped on me because I didn't get Hogwarts, get the Harry Potter, Gazabba Gadoo Gadabra game. And,
oh my God.
Before you play Hogwarts, you gotta play Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Dark.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he still ain't beat that.
Okay. So, no. I haven't even booted up Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't even know what it looks like.
Are you trying to tell me that Kmega doesn't beat games? Dang.
I haven't even booted it up. So how can I beat anything when I ain't even booted it up? Yeah.
That game is for EP game.
Hey, and the last 4 games that I beat, man, you know what I'm saying? Check my record, baby. Check my record. Anyway, so
why you gotta defend it first?
Yeah. Defend me. Defend my honor, gentlemen. But anyway, no. Okay, so I instead, okay, so my wife, she did something really cute for Valentine's Day. She gave me a gift card to for Xbox, get a game. And she also, Xbox 448 in the building, man. And he gave me some residuals for me being on the next podcast for so damn long. Hold on, let me read this super chat. Hey, that man must got his taxes or something. Hot damn, boy, this boy got some money. Shit, Xbox got some money, boy. Now, I'm about to hit that ass up now, boy. You owe me 8 years of hard labor. Anyway, Xbox 448, man.
Don't forget interest went up too, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. All right, that boy got money now. He giving super chats. I'm gonna get his ass now. He says only real question is, did Kmega start Hogwarts yet? No, I haven't. Listen, this is what this topic is about right here. I think this is gonna be a fun.
He ain't started going to the Galaxy yet, bro.
I haven't. No, bro. I will get to Guardians of the Galaxy eventually, bro.
I want you to play that, bro, before the year ends.
I know. Don just asked me. A lot of people because they talk about how great it is. I don't even know what that game looks like in person. I bought that game almost.
It's so good.
A year and a half ago. Good. I know. It looks good. I will give it a shot. But hold on. All right. So, and so my wife gave me a list. She gave me a little note on my card and was saying, look, it was pretty much basically it was some lovey stuff, and then she said, and also the chambers of secrets await you. And so at first I'm thinking like, oh, okay, this must be some pants off. The chamber of secrets await me, right? So
shit.
So I'm thinking it's some of that pants off dance off. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm over here laughing. I'm like, yeah, right. So you know what I'm saying? I'm over here thinking some other things, right? And so I'm like, but I got it, right? Like, I think because she's a big Harry Potter fan, and she's seen the game, and I was talking about the game before all the controversy, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to get that because that game looks like something that would be in my wheelhouse, right? Like, open world, big, huge game, RPG elements. That's I love those type of games, right? And so I thought she thinks that I was going to get the game or whatever, but then so happened that a game that I've been had my eye on called Wanted Dead dropped this week, dropped Tuesday. So I had a choice. Get the Harry Potter Zigga-Zagga-Doo, Yabba Dabba Doo, or get
Legacy, man.
Or get Wanted Dead. And you know what? I got Wanted Dead instead because you know why? That's what I wanted. And when I was showing gameplay, And when I was talking about it, I had some people in DMs was like, "How dare you not get?" Well, they didn't say how dare. They was like, "Mega, I just don't understand. How is it that you mad at that woman?" I'm not mad at the woman. I don't like the woman. I don't like that author. I think she's a bigot. But that's not my reasoning for me purchasing or not purchasing the Hogwarts. It's the thing for me is that look. Wanted Dead is something that's like right up my wheelhouse. Action, kick ass. It reminds me of a game called Wet. If you've listened to this podcast, you've heard me talk about Wet before. I love Wet. Wet is game. Wet is not perfect.
I like it wet.
Oh, well, everybody does. Well, you know what I'm saying? But the point of it is just that, you know what I'm saying? But like, that is a dope ass game. And that's what this game reminds me of. And it gives me that old early 2000s PlayStation 2, OG Xbox, even PlayStation 1 type of vibe. Like, I love it. And so I was like, I got to get it. And is the game broken? Yeah. Is the game need a patch? Absolutely. But the thing of it is that I played the hell of the game and having a blast. But I got ridiculed for picking the game over this game. So my point is, my question I'm asking the panel is that have we as gamers gotten to a point where status and prestige and numbers are much more important than just good old fashioned, I want to play this game, I want to watch this movie, or I just want to be entertained? Is that dying now? Is it turning into more of like a preppy social club to where you got to pick a certain type of game because of its popularity, more so than let me just pick this game that's going to be dumb fun. It doesn't take itself seriously and just kick ass. Where are we at, guys? Let me start off with you on this because you're an old school gamer, Sir X-Man. Are we losing our way as gamers? Is some of us doing that? Because the more and more I see it, it's always, this is trash, that's trash, this trash. Well, it's got a 70 meta or whatever. And I'm like, when did that matter if you're having fun with the game? What is happening, bro? Am I overreacting? That's the question I should ask.
It all comes down to, believe it or not, a lot of people just think about themselves and then they get a feed off what somebody else says instead of going with their own opinion on something. Everybody's become more judgmental. Everybody's become more, about things instead of just going, get a game, looks good, go play it, screw what people say. They don't do that no more. It's getting old. And I swear, this situation, even though gaming is going good right now, this could be the biggest thing that destroys game with the way these people are acting out here in the world, man. It's supposed to be about fun. I've said this before. Gaming is supposed to be fun, and it's a hobby. How you going to be judgmental about a hobby? You may have an opinion, but sometimes keep it to yourself. And if you don't like a game that's out there, get something else. But don't bring your opinion about a game that you're never going to play.
Okay. All right.
I'm done.
Okay. Well, let's go to Ham. Are you there? Are you available?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so what do you think about what I just said? Like, I mean, is it becoming too much of a popularity contest instead of just having fun playing games, or am I just overreacting?
I think it's a little bit of reacting, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's more of a thing if you let it bother you, kind of thing. The only thing that I see kind of maybe wishy-washy is like media bias, stuff like that, or like the media itself. They'll make it kind of seem, or even sometimes us content creators will make it seem like it's a club when we're still the minority of the community that is. So, do I think it's a big deal for what some people are trying to say, like you got to be in this club or that club or whatnot? Well, let me look at it this way. Is it a big deal when you win or lose a game at the basketball court down the street compared to the NBA? It's not. It's not a big deal. It's just a big deal to this circle of people over here. There's still a crap ton of gamers and crap ton of other people that are really doing more with content and stuff like that without having to put a prestige towards gaming. So I think it's a little drawn out, in my opinion, and I don't know. Like, I still see plenty of people making to me, at the bottom line of this is toxicity in gaming. Really. To me, it has nothing to do with a social status for completing a game or how many platinum trophies or what's your gamer score. I don't think anything like that has anything to do with it. I think it's just people, misery loves company, but also company loves misery. So it's more or less, it may seem like that because you got 200 people watching or 300 people or 400 people watching, but the reality of it is that's not that many people watching. That's the reality. I mean, the Super Bowl is the reality of football, right? It's the reality of how big something really is and what it really means to so many people, millions of viewers. You see plenty of content creators that have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of like viewers with like million or Dr. Disrespect and stuff like that. No one's looking up Dr. Disrespect's gamer score. Nobody cares because the status thing is BS. All they care about is consistency and fun, and I think that's what it's still all about. It's just a few crazy individuals will tell you that you're not good enough. Meanwhile, they're not really following their own rules. I've seen a few people get plucked lately for talking about how, big of a gamer they are, and then somebody pulls up their history and says, yo, see. So I think all of that stuff is just false.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to Dark. What do you think, man? Am I overreacting? I mean, because Ham says I am. Sir X Man, he agrees with me. I believe to a certain extent. What about you? Do you think that there's some truth to how I feel about what's going on with gaming these days?
I mean, there's some truth to it, but for me personally, I, like I've been so as I've gotten older, I've been like, oh yeah, this is the kind of game I like. You just know what you like when you see it.
Right.
When you see a trailer for it or you see gameplay for it, you know what you're gonna get. You know that you're gonna get that game. Like when I saw, like for example, Hogwarts. When I saw it, I was all like, day one. I was like, day one, I'm gonna be there. I just knew that the game was gonna be good. And you could just, nowadays you could really tell, because I mean, back in the day, like you couldn't really tell because they did a lot of CGI and stuff like that, different things. Now you could just tell, and I think a lot of it has to do with just, like Ham said, this community of people. It's just and we're such a small community of people too. Like it's, I think it's just people who are just like, oh, you're playing some game that I'm not playing. Why? Like it's like, bro, like because I can play whatever I want when I want to play it. Like if I don't want to, like you, Kmega, if you didn't want to play Hogwarts Legacy, we're gonna give you shit about it because we're your friends. Yes.
Right, absolutely.
But if you said to me like, hey man, I'm just not interested in it. It's not my game. I'm not gonna play it. I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's understandable. um and it's like, you wanted to play Wanted Dead, and you got the game and you're loving it. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think people kind of blow it with social media, people just blow it out of proportion. They make it bigger than what it really is, and it's not that.
Yeah, no, and this is the secret. I did buy Hogwarts. I bought it. What was it? I bought it yesterday. I bought it for PC because I was like, well, if I'm going to go ahead and buy spend all this money for a brand new build PC, well, for a PC that I'm about to build, and hopefully, God, I don't destroy nothing. Then I want to see it at its best. So I went ahead and got it. The $70 price point was one of the sort of factor. I just don't like the $70 price point. It's going to take me a while to get over it. It really is.
Complete sense because you're so used to it, games being cheaper.
Yeah.
And I think we all are, especially us older gamers. We all know that like how much games were in the past, and it's just. It sucks because it's the time, like we're in this time of just games are going to be a lot more expensive and a lot more expensive to make.
Absolutely. So I understand it. I just and I'm going to have
to wrap your head around it.
Right? Yeah. I'm going to succumb to the throat needle. I mean, it's going to happen because I'm going to be a gamer I'm going to be a gamer until the day I die. It's just that right now it just puts such a bad taste in my mouth. That I'm like, and like I said, I still want to support Sony games, but I just got to find another way to do it because if I'm over here going to get I'm going to support Nintendo. I'm damn sure going to support Xbox. I just can't. I can't. It just doesn't make sense to go back to double dipping and triple dipping games and shit like I used to. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm like, okay, all right, Sony, you go in this direction. I'm not even mad about it. But but you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get rid of my PlayStation 4, but it's almost sacrilegious for me to play those PlayStation 4 games when I got a Series X and now, and even my 2070 performed games better. So I'm like, you know what? Might as well step it up and then just do that. And then that's kind of like how I felt with Hogwarts. And Hogwarts on PC is, I got the deluxe edition for $47. Oh, I'm sorry,
nice.
$52. Regular Hogwarts is 47. The deluxe edition was 52. So I was like, go ahead and pull the trigger because deep down, even though you've been making fun of the game and you don't like the author, but you want to play this game. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I did it, but I haven't booted it up yet. So I will boot it up and definitely show some gameplay.
I can see you saying Zim Salabim.
You know what? We're gonna be like, where's Kmega at? He's gonna be at like these wizard conventions and all that stuff.
Man, no. I think that's what my wife wants me to do is to get into it like she does, because But
you guys can share together. Well, I mean, there's other.
There's other things that I'd rather share than Harry Potter, please.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's share some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Anyway, so but no, honestly, let me stop it. But again, let me go to somebody else. Viper, what do you think, brother? Do you think that I'm out of touch with what I'm saying when it comes to like just people they just seem like to be so negative. Like there's just nothing positive anymore. Everything has got to be a part of a club or a clique or something. I mean, are you feeling that same way, or like, am I just overreacting to it? Am I becoming the old man on the line, just kind of, just losing, getting out of touch?
Yeah, you that old man.
Man, oh my God. Man.
You old bastard.
Yeah, basically the way 66. The way that society is today, people need to just mind their own damn business.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, and you're right. They need to mind their own business because what is this thing? This is gaming. This is an enjoyment for some. It may not be an enjoyment for all, but it's an enjoyment for some. Let them enjoy themselves. Why are you messing with somebody's enjoyment? just because your damn life is so fucking miserable, that don't mean you got to make somebody else's life miserable. Okay? So find out what makes you happy and you go do that. But leave other people alone. Let them enjoy what they got to enjoy to make their lives a little bit saner and a little bit more calmer. Okay? Because I don't understand this whole thing about, oh, you got to get this game. You got to play that game. Oh, you got to get good. Shut the hell up. This ain't about you. It ain't about you. Go run along somewhere. I play video games because I like it. Yeah. I play video games because it makes me feel a way that I can de-stress, because this life is hard. Like, I mean, I don't want to be a downer, but life can get you to the point where you just want to give up. I've been there multiple times where I am on the verge of giving up. And I have stuck my head in a video game and I have calmed down. Nobody can even give me advice. Nobody can even talk to me. And when I sit there and I play a video game, sometimes that's all I need. That's all I need to relax and calm down and just think. Because sometimes that's all you need. You don't need somebody in your ear that's giving you bad advice. You don't need somebody in your ear telling you what they would do. Maybe you need to listen to yourself. And that's why when I'm playing video games, I'm the most relaxed person. Sometimes, I'm going to get excited if I'm playing a competitive game, but I'm relaxed. And this is my comfort. This is my enjoyment. So I don't need anybody telling me what I need to play or what I need to do. No. You deal with your own self and let me deal with mine. And that's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
Well said.
I think it was well said. Sometimes
new Mogwai.
Yeah,
and they say gamers are violent. Damn.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes Viper be saying some stuff that makes me want to just pull the plug on him. But no, no. But no, I totally agree with brother. But I that's how I feel 100%, man. Like, I don't know, Yobi, are you there, brother? Okay, he's at work too.
Real quick on that point, man.
Yes, sir.
People need gaming as a hobby. Get out more. Go do some other things to refresh your mind. You know what I'm saying? Refresh your mind. Just stay in this Twitter world. Turn that shit off for a while. Go out and do stuff. And then come back and remember that games are a hobby. Not nothing to criticize all crazy like. That's all I gotta say.
Go touch.
Wait, who has the highest amount of trophies on Twitter?
Go get you some. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
you don't get none.
What'd you say? What you mean I don't get none? No. What are you talking about, boy? What did you say? Man, how could this old dried up prune gonna ask me anything about me not getting no pants off? Boy, this boy better stop it.
You kind of walked into that one, though.
I was trying to hear because I heard Yobi, and then I just said what I said, but you got me. Okay, that's cool. Listen, when I walk into that room, boy, the women would be like,
"Oh Lord."
See, the reason he got Hogwarts Legacy is because when he in the bedroom, he want to do that Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh wow, that's what we doing.
Abracadabra.
I know you got Yobi here. He gonna defend his buddy.
That makes a lot of sense now. Why you got?
Don't do that.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So Yobi, what? Okay. So what do you think, man?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me say this right quick.
Here we go.
No. I want to explain something to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't kiss Kmega's ass. Kmega don't kiss my ass.
No.
I just want to let that be known.
Dude, it's just like people think we can't stand each other, but me and you cool.
Oh no, man, I love us, man. I mean, and if I ever see you, I'm probably kicking your throat, but we cool.
Man, you can't kick that damn high. You short.
Oh my god. Anyway, so
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you
Go
was
ahead,
saying,
Yobi. Good.
No, Yobi does not kiss my ass, man. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, just because Yobi's nice to me doesn't mean, look, can people be nice to one another without having somebody assume that somebody's,
Twitterverse. You can't be nice in the Twitterverse.
But hold on. Check it out. You watch me and Yobi get at it in Fight Night. Yobi got pissed off at me. Bro.
Listen, man, look, Fight Night, we be cussing each other out. Well, I do more of the cursing because you know.
Well, now here lately, because I'm not streaming and drinking like I was. Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, so no. I put down the sauce when I'm streaming now, because I mean, you know.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so. I don't ever want to see you like that no more, dude.
Hell no.
It was me, Kmega, and Beast of Chew. We were just playing. What was playing?
Soul Calibur. We was playing Soul Calibur.
We were playing Soul Calibur, and then the internet started messing up with Kmega. Kmega like, man, what the fuck? Man, I'm about to go out there and kill somebody. I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna hurt anybody. No,
bro, I was mad as hell.
Listen, go out there and somebody. I'm like, bro, they not open right now.
Bro,
and this is bull. All this fucking money for this shit, and I want to fuck up now, bro.
I was hot, bro. I wanted to get to the load and start riding, boy. Man, all this money I'm paying for this internet, and this ain't working. And on top of that, like Beach was whooping my ass at first, and then I started catching up with him, and then the internet started acting up. Like what? What's going on here? I was getting mad as hell.
What the fuck? Yeah. Like he was, man. I'm like, yo, that same. I'm like, bro, you can't drink no more. He's like, nah, man, fuck that bullshit. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, I was like, yo, be right. I need to put the sauce down.
Just going to sleep. It was bad, bro.
Yeah, when I get mad, I get mad. But see, the other time, if I'm drinking whatever, I'll just fall asleep. But then I fell asleep on the what you call it. So,
listen, Mega was so mad. He made it sound like somebody broke into his house and stole all his shit.
Man, I felt violated. I felt violated.
He was mad, bro.
You pay all this money for this internet, man. Y'all just go ahead and shut it down, man. I'm in the middle of battle right now, boy. I'm fighting for my damn life here. Anyway.
And so kind of pisses us all off, dude.
Yeah. So.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, Rain says Kmega will be playing George Foreman in the upcoming autobiography. Yes, sir. And shout out to Rain for this when he says, I bet nobody's going to confront Kmega in person about his gaming history facts. Let's see how that turns out. Yeah, he just
listen. I say this all. Listen, let me say this right here. I say this all the time. Mm-hmm. People can say whatever the fuck they want online. They can talk all that shit to the next person. But let's be real. You is not gonna run up to that same person and talk that same shit you said to him on Twitter.
No.
Like we all adults. Because at the end of the day, it's a certain line of disrespect you don't cross.
Right.
And if you take it down Twitter, you cross that line of disrespect. You see that, and the person you disrespected, if he happens to see he or she see you in person, it ain't gonna be no talking.
On site.
And it should never be that way. It should never be that way.
And not over video games.
These motherfuckers are disrespectful, bro. They are disrespectful. I'm like, bro, over video games, bro. You see that same person, you better keep that same energy. Cause then you're like, he beat me up with video games. But you were saying, oh, fuck his wife, fuck his family, and all that. Like, bro, no, what are you doing? It should never be, bro.
Don't cross that line.
Bro, I done heard some disrespectful shit, bro. Like, it was bad. I'm like, bro, it shouldn't even go there, bro. It is just video games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it's bad.
And the thing I'm scared of, Mega, is I'm scared of for them dudes to cross that line, and then they just happen to see each other at a gaming event. Hell break loose. Then all the games then the government might just step in like, yo, all game events gonna be canceled for the remainder of the future. That's what I'm afraid of. That's why I always tell you, yo, keep that shit on wax or keep it in the DMs, bro.
I think honestly the truth of it is that
what I'm afraid of.
I mean that is definitely a possibility, but I think a lot of people that plays that game like that gets all tough guy and tell people that they're going to see him here and there. I don't think that they're willing to pay money to go to an event. They're just doing it for show. But for like if they are in the same vicinity or not too far away from each other and they talk real slick, There's going to be that time where somebody's going to actually really do something. You know what I'm saying? Like really do something, not just come up and pull up in somebody's yard or whatever. There's going to be somebody that's really going to do something really crazy and heinous and
the crazy thing about that,
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
These people, they talk so crazy, like y'all act like 25 to life don't exist because it's real out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like my freedom. Y'all can talk all that shit. I love my freedom.
Well, I mean too, but I mean, there's also this is too. Like a lot of these people don't box. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't throwing hands. A lot of people they use tools or they do something else. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not like I used to be where if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna talk a little trash, then you go ahead and y'all sell it with your fists. No, there's people out here they're playing for keeps, man. So
Like the 80s, man. It was all fist in the 80s.
Yeah, well, it was just nuts, man. It was nuts. But anyway, especially on video games, it's crazy. But again, I just think for me,
this is what before we go back to it, Kmega, and this is what I always tell everybody out in the public who do all that crazy shit. Y'all talk all this shit about I'm gonna beat your ass, but y'all don't never pull up to Fight Night Sundays on every goddamn Sunday. We do Fight Night Sunday. None of y'all don't be pulling up. So let's get that frustration out. If y'all really about that, pull up on the sticks, man. Because none of these dudes who talk crazy, they don't be pulling up a Fight Night Sundays, man.
No. They don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I said I gotta get it to where I could do maybe a fight night, Thursday, Friday, something like that. I mean, whatever. Like maybe Wednesday, something like that, to try to catch people and try to maybe do it a little bit earlier. Because I know Sunday nights, a lot of people got to get ready to go to work and stuff like that. But but yeah, no, I just got to do more fight nights, and I plan on doing that. So, but anyway, I just think for me personally, going back to the topic, is that and maybe I am the old guy that's on the line is just looking at it, but I just think that just people, like I'm thinking about just games. Case in point, I'm thinking about like, okay, this movie Quantum Mania, right? That's just coming out because it to me it kind of ties in.
I'm going to see it on Tuesday.
Yeah. Me and the wife is
watch that.
Me and the wife is planning on seeing it tomorrow. But I look at it. You know what I'm saying? But if I wake up, because if I'm gonna be messing with this thing all night, we'll see. But that's a plan. But
you got your static. You got your static strips, right?
Oh yeah. I got my static strip. But my one thing is that the biggest problem is that I just don't feel like people act, and I know this community is small, but I just feel like people just aren't having fun. Like it's just so about being miserable, or if you're not, even if people feed off other people's misery. And then when I'm in these certain DMs, right, like, and I'm listening to people just complain, like our last topic is to talk about Starfield and the rumor about Starfield, and then how like the media is kind of played into some clickbait to try to make people think the Starfield is not going to come, or that there's trouble with the producer. And then I'm reading the DM, what's going on with Starfield? We haven't heard anything about it. And it was just like when we talked about it on next podcast, and Bot was over here asking questions. It's just February. We're just in the middle of February. The game is not slated into like let's talk about Bethesda and hit up Bethesda or hit up Phil or Aaron or whoever after E3. If there's nothing being said about Starfield by that point, and if we don't have a date or some kind of information, a delay or whatever, then people can start having concern. But it's just February. It's
early in the year.
It's too early in the year.
Yeah, go ahead. Can I throw something out there? I haven't heard about Spider-Man 2 either, so people need to shut the hell up.
Right. No.
Thank you.
What was you gonna say, Ham?
I was just saying, bro, take a step back from all of this. And I think a lot of people need to do that. Take a step back.
Oh, I do.
And the reason I say that is because this is what popularity looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
When people are so excited that they're dooming and glooming around every corner, hey, to me, that sounds like something ferocious might be coming.
Yep.
And it's not just Starfield, in my opinion. It's just the way Xbox is moving right now. I mean, it's really up to them, right, at the end of the day, to put all this together and make it roll smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, you are the big dog with you are the big dog, but for some reason you're an underdog in this situation. That in itself is interesting. And people are gonna doom and gloom to hell and back in high water. My thing, the more I see the doom and gloom, the more I kind of step back and kind of chuckle. And I'm just like, man, I don't remember the Xbox One ever being this popular. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
It's like, I don't remember any of these. You know, I mean, the last time Xbox was this popular or this frustrated with other gamers is what was the ROD?
Ring of Death.
Yeah, Ring of Death.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This isn't one of those situations. This is now just Xbox. What do you got? We're waiting. And the thing is it's almost like it reminds me of what Rand Althor does with his channel sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He will purposely wait just to build anticipation. People will be saying crazy stuff in the chat. Hurry up. What are you doing? You guys are late again. They don't care. They don't care. But they know when they start it, you're going to be there. And you might even pay for a super chat. I feel like that's what Xbox is really doing with us as fans. And especially with the people that are naysayers, they're having a great time with this. But I think that time might be coming up at some point. I hope so. But that's why I say just, let them have their 2 seconds of fun. Let them get some fame off of being wrong again. Sure, do what you got to do to look like a fool. Have your good time and get more subscribers. Have at it. I'm going to sit back and laugh and have a good time. And hopefully make some pretty dope content trying to be legit.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know you was done. But yeah, I did. And you know, one of the reasons why I made this, when you said, I need to fall back, that's why I went ahead and I got this PC so I could keep my mind off of that. Because you're right. Everybody needs to decompress sometimes. And I'm just and I'm reading and I'm just, why are y'all so upset? What is the problem here? And then I get myself upset to the point of like, because normally I don't care. I just kind of just let it ride. But then I'm like, but now you're just basically now wanting just everything to just be, you're just being overly negative or overly scared for something that doesn't even make any sense to be scared of. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, there was the article, if people haven't heard about it, it was those, one of the people from Bethesda said that Starfield, there are some things that they need to correct. There's things that need to be done. They're still behind on a couple of things in a sense, right? Like, but the way that the article came out and said was that basically it seemed like that the game was not finished, or the game is in peril, or there might be something that they need to do to where they need to delay it longer. And that's not what was said. It was just about the same thing with the Game Pass situation. And again, with like with all this content to play, if you don't got a lot of games on Xbox, okay. If you don't support Game Pass, okay. There's shit to play on PlayStation. If you ain't supporting PlayStation like that or their service, then Nintendo's got some games. Then if those games too expensive for you, then you can deal with PC. If you ain't dealing with PC, you don't have a PC, you don't have a rig to do anything like that. Then, bro, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. There's so much to do in the gaming space right now. If you're not into mobile, if you're not into this, I said something like this like the other week, is that now it's getting to a point to where if you put so many stipulations on everything gaming wise, then why are you a gamer?
True.
So that to me is and that's where I feel like when I'm reading a lot of these comments and stuff like that. So that's why, Ham, you're absolutely right. That's why I'm going to decompress and I'm going to have my head right in here. And for any other big time news that comes, I'll look at it, I'll glance over it. But for Twitter, I don't even care. I'll post a couple of things. I'm not even going to look at some of the comments. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it moving because I'm going to be focused on doing this stuff over here, and then I'll get back. I'll be compressed and I'll be ready to go. But you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Maybe it's just at the point it's gotten to me because I'm just kind of like, why are people saying that that What It Did looks so bad? Looks like Game Pass fodder, but the game is not even on Game Pass. I paid my hard-earned cash for this game. And I'm not mad about it. Well, I mean, it was really basically, gift card, but for my wife, but for Valentine's Day. But still, I still had to pay $10 on it.
What game are you talking about?
Wanted Dead.
I think Wanted Dead is on Game Pass.
No,
yeah, it is.
Wanted Dead is not on Game Pass.
Wanted Dead is not on Game Pass.
It's not on Game Pass. Atomic Heart's going to be on Game Pass. Wulong is going to be on Game Pass. And there's a couple other games, but no, Wanted Dead is not on Game Pass. Because I made a comment.
Kmega, it sounds like a lot of people in the gaming community. It's like I understand you got frustration, with this game and that game coming out, but from what I see, I feel like it's on a higher scale now. It makes me question a lot of the guys out there. It's like, yo, are you unhappy at home in your personal life? It sounds like you got to get that.
I'm serious. Yeah, I wanted that too.
Like for example, what you just said about the article they just did talking about Starfield, and then they turn it into something totally different. Like, why? They just give you guys clarity and provide you updates. Okay, we can have on this, that, and the third. That doesn't mean the game isn't finished, story wise, but they got a little setback on this one. They just gotta finish it up so that way they can meet the deadline and get the game out. But it's like. It's like these guys can provide a positive update on the status of the game, and then next thing you know, somebody end up twisting into the word they never said. It's like, yo, can we be happy for something?
Right. Well, it's just like with Redfall, right? Like they question because Redfall was an always online game. Well, it's an online game. That's it. The first format of the game is to be an online only game. You know what I'm saying? It's a multiplayer game. So, of course, it's going to be it's got a single player element to it to where you can play the game solo. But the whole concept of the game is to play it with other people. And
here's the thing about
that. It's crazy.
About the online thing, Kmega, they said the same thing about, why do I got to be online to play Hogwarts? Like when they really put the online thing, I think they meant for get the extra DLC clothes from the Twitch drop and the costumes and stuff. That's what I feel like. That's what it meant by online. But people always got to take it to another level.
Well, no, and it doesn't matter either way. I'm just saying, everybody uses online for everything now. So, why is it that with video games it's different? That
is true because we're all connected every single day.
We're all connected to something every single day. Anyway, I don't know. Does anybody else want to address the whole situation with the Starfield thing, or we can go ahead and wrap it up? Which one? What y'all want to do, guys?
All I want to say, let me say something real quick about that. All I want to say about the Starfield is bro, just let these people cook. That's it. Okay.
What was you gonna say, Dark?
I think it's just blown out of proportion, man. It's like, guys, it's not even freaking what? It's February. What are we doing? I mean, at least Microsoft has come out with something. Like PlayStation hasn't done shit yet. We don't know when they're gonna do another. When they're gonna do it. I know it's coming soon. I can feel like it's coming soon, but that's just a feeling, Like there's no concrete thing saying, hey, we're coming out with something, we're doing something, and then Starfield. Give it time, man. Do you want the game to be good or not? That's the way I look at it.
Right.
Like, do you want it to be just this freaking Bugthesda game, like they used
Wow.
to be. Like they
Bugthesda.
used to be.
Disrespectful.
You know how it was. You know how it was back then. They had
Oh,
problems with some of the bugs and stuff like that with their games. So I'm just saying, it may be disrespectful now, but that's how they were back in the day. And do you want that same type of quality? Like, do you want that same type of thing? Like, no, I'd rather have a game that's at least polished enough to where I'm not running into bugs every 5 minutes or so.
right. No, and that, yeah, get the game as polished as well. But because a game that big is going to have problems. It's human nature. So I mean,
It is gonna have problems.
yeah.
Either way, it's gonna have problems when it comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna have that. Like there's gonna be bugs in it, no matter what.
Right.
It's not gonna be that. I feel like it'll be probably better than their past games.
I would, yeah, and yeah, that's the whole reason why you want these games to cook. You don't want these games to be rushed out, because just think about like this. Even with Horizon Forbidden West, right? Like, and I'm looking forward to getting that game on PC. So I like Horizon, but look how many they delayed the game twice, and look how many bugs that game still had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but if they decided to wait, there would probably be a little bit of uproar from PlayStation fans, but for the most part, they'd be like, no, man, let greatness wait. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just don't understand from certain Xbox people. And I get what Ham is saying is that, look, people are waiting for Xbox to come out with the whole full-fledged and let's get it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just 2 weeks ago, we have a game that's up for, the game for right now that should be up for contention for Game of the Year, which is Hi-Fi Rush. Even though I loved that conversation last week, I thought that was one of the best conversations we had on GRG in a long time. But
I see what you're doing, Kmega, and I'm not participating.
But anyway, but no, I got to get out of here because I got things to do. But no, again, thank you guys so much for checking out the GRG podcast, man. We finna go ahead and get out of here. We kind of ended on time. That's kind of crazy, but.
That is
shortest show of all time, I swear.
Yeah. But we'll go ahead and do our sign outs, man. I got things to do, man. I got to get to work, man. I'm gonna go ahead and kiss my wife and say, look, I'm saying I'm going to be hunkered in here, put stuff together.
A couple hours.
No, it might be a while. Like I'm going to have to. Because I've never messed with one of those coolers and stuff like that before. I got to put that. You know what I'm saying? I got to.
What do you have, an AIO?
Yep.
Oh Lord.
Super simple, even easier than the fans.
I got a new monitor. I got a new monitor. I couldn't.
RGB lights.
No. I'm going to get those later because I went over budget because I got that monitor, and so I was. That's the reason why I got the Intel Core instead of the AMD 770 the Ryzen 7.
What's wrong with your old setup, okay?
It's just time to upgrade, man. It's just time to upgrade. I want to it's just time to upgrade because I'm just looking at it like, you know what, my 2070 is cool. I know that's kind of like the average, but I just want to have something future proof, and that's the same thing what I'm looking at for my TV. I want to upgrade my TV as well, and then be done, because how I look at it is that this is going to be my next to my last build, because I'm not going to upgrade my PC until I'm in my late 50s, and then that's and then I'll probably upgrade one more time. And same with this TV. When I upgrade to another television, that's it. I mean, why the hell am I going to care about upgrading? My hand-eye coordination ain't going to be worth shit back then. You know what I'm saying, at that point. So I ain't going to give a shit. So I got one more after this, so let me just go ahead and get my shit together now with my PC, and then with my TV, and then that's it. Keep it moving. That's my thoughts on it. So, but anyway, I got that G7 monitor for a really good deal. It was an open box at Best Buy, and I saved like $360 on it. So I was like, yeah. But then my wife, she was the smart one. She was telling me, why don't we go to Micro Center first, and then What? And then if you can't, if you know what I'm saying, then get the monitor. But I'm hard headed. I'm like, nah, man, the budget gonna work. And then when stuff wasn't there that I was looking for at Micro Center, then I was like, uh oh. And then like, you know, Pred and then the other guy was over here telling me, nah, man, you're gonna need a better AIO, you're gonna need a better memory, you're gonna need better this and that. I'm like, oh shit, okay, this my money looking funny right now. So I said, let me just try to make up. And
what you gonna do with the old setup?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sell some parts. Well, I'm gonna take out my my M.2 and I gotta take out my RAM. But other than that, like I was gonna sell it, but I mean, shit. Are you looking for a PC, Yobi?
Yes, I am actually.
Well, then we have to talk. We're gonna have to talk then. I might just go ahead and might just hook you up. So on me. So yep. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to.
We gotta talk the business aspect first and foremost.
Yeah, no, we'll talk to business, but I'll just give it to you, bro. I mean, as much as you've done for me, man, I'll just let you have that on GP, bro.
Man, Kmega, bro, you can't. Don't be trying to make a grown man count on the air, man. Come on,
no, bro, man. As much as you've done for me, man, you helped me out, all that shit, bro. Yobi, nah, man, you one of the best people out here in the on being positive and things like that. Why people can't be blessed? Why people can't? Why people who've been blessed by your present can't bless you back?
Listen to all this ass kissing right
bro,
now,
that's kissing. That's being real to my boy. That's being real to my boy.
That's so much ass.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Oh shit.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Let's do our sign out. So I'm trying to be nice. I just want to try to pay
I
it
don't want
forward,
to hear
man.
nothing from RG Viper about
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Yeah, well that's why I had to go. I had to go to Dallas because there's no Micro Center in Oklahoma, so that's why I went to Dallas. And then the press was like, "You coming out here?" I said, "Yeah." So that's how I met Pred. But anyway, let's go ahead and get out to our sign out.
Oklahoma, what?
Nah, man, Oklahoma whack on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I like that place. That place is dope. But maybe because what my wife was saying was like maybe that's the reason why they have so many good deals is because they can't be in every state that they could have good deals like that. So I don't know. But anyway, Sir X-Man, where can they find you at, brother?
Here on GRG, playing the Xbox, trying to figure out what games I'm gonna enjoy to play right now. About it.
Okay. All right. Okay. You ain't going back to work yet? Man, come on, man. We just gotta. You know.
Trust me, bro. I wanna go back to work.
Man, you better go ahead and get ready for retirement, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sit back, relax, enjoy your life, man.
Yeah, retirement don't give you enough anymore.
Yeah, man. Yeah, retirement, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Live and enjoy yourself. All right. Let's see. Ham Solo. Where can they find you at, brother?
He is muted. He muted.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you can find me here every Friday. Sometimes it's a little rough because I'm still at work last hour. But usually you can find me with Loke, TSWS Gaming, this channel here on YouTube. Do a bunch of shows throughout the week. It's a lot of fun, but if you're trying to follow me, more day to day or something like that, you'd have to hit me up on Twitter at HamSolo5Gaming. That's it.
All right.
Yo, hold on. Ham, Loke be trying you, bro. Like, listen, I noticed a pattern. He be giving Koji them easy ass questions, but when it comes to you, he be giving you some difficult shit.
Well,
like
that's what he does on the show. That's what he does over here when he comes over here. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
He be playing favoritism though, bro.
Oh,
he let Koji slide with the easy shit. But when it comes to Ham gotta rip his head off to answer the fucking question. I don't like that, dog.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Oh my god! Now Ham is over here amending that. Anyway, all right.
Ain't
He
nothing
was
dog.
giving the easy questions to the guests.
Yes, he does. That's why Viper won. We gotta keep it moving, man. We gotta keep it moving. Viper, where can they find you at, brother?
They can find me on Steam. They can find me on Xbox. All at RG Viper X. And yeah, just right now I've been playing some Vampire Survivors while I was on the stream, and hopefully you get your PC completed tonight.
Oh yeah.
If you have any problems, give me a call.
Okay.
Damn, you give your number out to everybody, don't you, you slut?
Man,
That's right.
Wow. Wow. All right, what? What? Oh my God.
We all got his number. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Wow. Okay. All right. Man, I gotta keep it moving. Dark Optimist, where can they find you at, man? I mean, we got slut puppies in the house, man, passing out their number, man. I mean, you know.
I don't even know how to follow that.
Right, yeah. You gonna pass out your number too? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is that what?
Nah, we don't want to.
I might have to, man. Now, I might have to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But no, man, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Optimist.
Wow.
Xbox and PlayStation at the same name, and as always, Kmega. It has been a blast, man. It's always fun doing podcasts with you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. No doubt, man. No doubt. And you can get to doing something early. So we getting off on time. So yeah, really do appreciate you guys. And Dragonheart Yobi, where can they find you at, brother, man? Thanks for stopping on through, bro.
Yeah, it was a slow night at work, so I had to make it happen. Dragonheart Yobi on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whenever I post content. Same on YouTube, hashtag Peace Love Life. You look for positive vibes. You always find it from me on Twitter. Thanks for having me, Kmega. It's always love, brother.
Oh yeah, always, man, always. But these fellas don't like when men talk decent to one another, man. They take it to another level.
Wait, Kmega. Not men, kings. Kings,
especially black kings. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that positivity. They man, they on some other shit, bro. They soft. They on some other, yeah, whatever. They like each other or something like that, man. No, man, it's just when you kings, man, you show love to other kings, man. You know what I'm saying? Share the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey.
What up?
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Love you too. So, you know what I'm saying?
My man.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Sir X-Man, I hope you rest in peace.
I hope you get static shot on your motherboard and your shit crash. How's that?
Everybody have a good one, man. Thank you guys for coming checking us out, man. Man, I love you too, sir.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, appreciate
I just jinxed your ass, man.
You did. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and find my little wristband right now.
That shit alone, bro.
I'm gonna sit there and make sure that yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, everybody have a good one, man. Thank you guys for coming and checking out the podcast. Y'all can leave out early, man, or hit the streets, man, do the pants off, dance off, do what you want to do, man, because baby, I got things I got to do too. Everybody have a blessed one, man. Till the next GRG next week. I see you. We will definitely be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully next week Devin the Gamer will be back. And hopefully that we'll have a guest on there for our 50th episode. Tuesday or Wednesday. And
I can't wait.
Be on next podcast Thursday, GRG Friday. Tomorrow I will be on Gas Show for the very first time, so come and check that out.
That's gonna be fun.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I hope he talks about Halo 5 because I'm ready to get into some ass if somebody say something out of pocket. So, because you know me, I don't hold my tongue for nobody. Well, when you especially talk about that Halo 5. So, we going to have a good time. But,
save lock, goddammit.
Hashtag save lock. So, you know what? I might try to pull some strings so I could get me a Halo 5 character to put in my PC. Woo!
There you go.
All right, guys. Put me a lock in there. All right, guys. Have a good one. Be good. Peace.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.